Yeah, and you won't miss it when you're playing golf in December either.
I'm a terrible golfer. I gotta keep the cool. I mean, I've been donating pellets. I played last week, and it didn't go well. I hadn't played in 11 months, and ever since we had kids, my golf has just gone off the map, and it's kind of been replaced because I decided I really got to find something to do outdoors, and I ended up starting mountain biking to try to build in a little bit of athletic activity, and that's cut into my golf game. But I'll bring the clubs. Maybe I can get better this year. That's a goal.
You mentioned having a relationship with Greg Rollo going back to your junior hockey days. Have you spoken to him at all about coming down to the Cedar Park, Austin area and just simply what to expect? As you said, he's got a family, you've got a family, you're similar ages, kind of similar areas in your life, and just making that transition. Have you talked to him at all?
Yeah, we've been going back and forth a bunch too, and we've also been on the exec board with the PHPA for the last several years. With him going to Europe, he's not on it anymore this previous season. But so we've stayed really pretty close over the years, and our careers have actually kind of paralleled each other. We both started in the ECHL and moved up, and so yeah, we've been in touch with him and his wife. We've been in touch with Max. We've been in touch with Frankie Wattier, and we've talked with Derek Blackstell and Morin and Michael DeLay. Everybody has been incredibly helpful, and so this month here in August, we're going to start getting moving on housing so that hopefully we can move down, get everybody settled a couple of days before I would head over to Dallas for main camp and get a couple cowboy hats and some boots and get ready to go to work.
You mentioned not having played golf in the last 11 months. This is, I think, been the longest season, or arguably the longest season in your professional career with the Calder Cup run. Walk me through kind of the trade when you moved on to Syracuse, and then what have you kind of learned from this experience of having such a lengthy postseason and, frankly, a short offseason?
Well, I'd made it almost 12 full seasons without getting traded, and that was like the one thing on my list that hadn't happened. It was like one of the chapters, right, for the book. And the next chapter, and the best chapter, would have been winning the championship. And so, not winning the Calder Cup stung, but making it to Game 6 and playing every game as a goalie. I mean, it was an amazing experience playing in front of packed houses with everything on the line. Game 7s. It's hard to describe that unless you actually play in it. And it's also just hard to describe how Grand Rapids can be the hottest place on the planet in June, apparently, when you're on the ice. And I'd never experienced that before. I had to completely alter my whole fluid intake. But it was unbelievable. But it also, you learned how to manage your body a little bit better. Even for me, I'm always learning, right? And so playing into mid-June was new for me. And the short off season has been kind of this balance of when do I start really get back to training and how do I train, because my body needed rest, but it also needed to get ready for camp. And so I've had to try to find a balance there, but now I'm back into my normal routine. Getting traded was wild, but I will say that it was a really good experience in that I got traded because Syracuse wanted me. And that was a good feeling. And it was, it's tough at first moving everything, but that's what you do, right? You play hockey, you got to be ready for it. And, once we got there and got settled, we had a great time. We acclimated to teammates and ended up being there for, 3 or 4 months. So it was a great experience.
As you kind of look towards possibly coming to the Cedar Park, Austin area, I know you're still focused on Dallas main camp, but you said you're a foodie. What research have you done in terms of the Cedar Park, Austin area regarding food? This is a barbecue state. What are you most looking forward to experiencing down here?
I think people would classify me as foodie, but I don't think I really fit the bill because I don't really like cheese or charcuterie. And I feel like you have to like those things. But yeah, I mean, I like food a lot, and that's a big deal for me. And I'm going to be standing in line at Franklin Barbecue as soon as I can. That first off day, I'm going. I don't know if I have to camp, put up a tent, bring a lawn chair, whatever I have to do, I'm going to be there. But I've had a couple of great meals in Austin. Uchiko, Parkside on 6th Street. We had a lot of good places there, and I've been compiling a list. through all the different things that I read. So I'm already armed with about 10 or 12 places that we want to get to. And my wife and I can't wait. It's new culture, new experiences. It's going to be fun.
If you want Franklin's, you are going to have to camp out, so you better get ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I am fully prepared to make the pilgrimage, and it's no problem for me. I'll bring a book. I'll bring Matchbox cars for the kids. Whatever I have to do, we're going to make it happen.
Final question for you before we let you go. You mentioned earlier on that, it looks like you could be pegged for being the number 3 goalie in the Dallas system and spending most of your time down here. What conversations have you had with Jim Nill or Scott White, the GM of the AHL club, about this season and the expectations and what they're looking for from you?
Brief conversations with both, longer conversations really with Jim Bedard, who's going to be our goalie coach there, and along with Jeff Reese up top with Dallas. And I mean, the expectation is for me to come in and play with them and bring a stable presence for the team and be ready if I'm needed up top in Dallas. And that's always been what it is for my career. But, the underlying aspect of it too is to also help out the kids that are going to be alongside me. We've got a couple of young prospects that are ready to take a next step, and it's something I've always taken pride in my career is helping my goalie partner and working with them. And to be honest, my best years have always been when I've been paired with another goalie that we've pushed each other. We've worked in practice together, come up with solutions, and enjoyed it and had fun. And I look at the guys that I've played with now, like the Jake Allens, Robin Lenners, Kari Ramo, Louis Domingue. I mean, I could go down the list. Those were some of my best years, and we really fed off one another, and it's something that I look forward to.
Well, I know Texas Stars fans are looking forward to watching you play, so we're excited to have you, man, and I'm sure many people have welcomed you already, but you'll be here soon, so welcome to the Lone Star State.
I appreciate it. We can't wait to get going.